Right, I think we turned it around a little bit. Hello there, welcome back to more Careering Onwards with me, Mr. Grand 2, and Leicester City, which is where we find ourselves now. We took over with them in a little bit of a difficult situation, and well, it's still not going amazingly well, but certainly things have picked up since last time. Obviously, in the last episode, we did beat Cambridge 4-0 for our first actual win in charge after a bit of a draw-heavy start to things, and since then things have picked up quite considerably. Still not perfect, but pretty good. Obviously, we lost to Reading last time. We then, in the following game, played Derby County, and it was a 6-1 win. And I was thinking, this is brilliant, this is absolutely fantastic. Kelechi Iheanacho got himself 4 goals in the first half. First goal for Johnny as well. Dennis Pratt scored 2. It was an overall fantastic performance. And then we got ourselves our second win in the league. A 3-2 victory against Brentford. We nearly binned it off completely. Raced into a 3-0 lead. And then they scored in the second half. And then Wissa on his debut for Brentford scored in the 94th minute to make it a bit of a nervy finish. But we did survive to claim all 3 points. A 0-0 draw with John Terry's Preston, not too bad considering they were in the playoffs at the time. Not the worst result ever. We then entered February, which was an absolutely crucial month as far as we were concerned. Lots of very, very winnable games, and we did get 4 wins and indeed no defeats in the time. The most disappointing result though was a 0-0 with bottom of the table Ipswich Town, now currently managed by Steven Gerrard. They're still bottom of the table. At the time, they only had 9 points, and we gave them their 10th. They were incredibly defensive. We couldn't break them down. And, well, there we go. A 3-0 win against Luton Town, followed up, though. Keita Balde getting a goal. Soyuncu and Pratt adding to that one, too. A hard-fought battling win against Birmingham City, 2-1. Again, nearly binned it off. We're not the most defensively sound. Some good clean sheets, but we can sort of throw things away quite a bit. A 1-0 win against Swansea wasn't particularly convincing, but Hamza Chowdhury scored a good goal to give us the victory. A 0-0 with Bristol City was disappointing. But then most recently in the league, a 3-1 win against Charlton Athletic. Johnny Simone Zaza scoring and Iosi Perez getting the third before they got one back late on. Now, the reason why Zaza is playing in that one is unfortunately Kelechi Iheanacho, you might have seen it, did get injured in it was after the Ipswich game. He was out for 3 weeks. He's back now, and he's going to be able to start today. In his absence, we did bring in Josh King, and that was going really well until the Swansea game, where he got injured too. He's out for 2 to 3 months, though, with a hip injury, so we're not going to be seeing him again in a Leicester shirt for some time. There was one more game since the last time. Obviously, we beat Derby 6-1 to get through to the 5th round, but that was where we exited the competition completely outclassed, really, by top of the league Huddersfield. Alex Pritchard getting the only goal to send them through. So overall then, those results have seen us sort of have a little bit of a recovery. We have increased our league position by a few places up to 14th on 50 points, level on points with Sheffield United, quite close to the teams above us. I think it's unlikely that we're going to get into the playoffs. We're 11 points off Preston with 10 games to go. I don't think that's going to happen. You never know, but I don't think it's going to happen. But we are looking for a comfortable mid-table finish, and we can build on that with a complete squad rebuild in the summer heading into next season. Definitely better form, and everyone else is just the atmosphere in the dressing room, which was pretty poor for a time, certainly improved. Kasper Schmeichel's happy to stay. Ricardo Pereira is happy to stay, at least until the summer when we get a bid for him, when we'll probably have an offer from someone very, very good, and we'll have to let him go. I'm a bit concerned. This guy is apparently very highly rated. Looks very good indeed, and looks quite cheap. We might put a bid in for him now. Bit concerned about the finances. That was what I was about to say. It's okay, which is not really okay. 9 million in the red. We're not going to have the Premier League money. We're not going to have massive sponsorship money, you would think. We're going to have to probably cut the wage bill quite a lot in this summer. But this guy does look good. I think we're going to definitely put a bid in for him while we actually can. Why not? We'll go with the million, see what they say to that. We have got 2 regen strikers coming through who are just kind of weird in the sense that they really should be combined into one player. Connor Robinson, good technicals for the most part, 15 finishing, really good. Everything else is pretty dreadful. And then we've got Daryl Middleton, who physically is really good, but his technicals as a striker are atrocious. 8 finishing, 8 composure, no thanks. Also, he looks like Dominic Cummings. But then our focus will turn to our matches today. Cambridge lost again, which is unfortunate. They've slipped back a little bit down to 9th in the table now. Still getting some wins though, still beating Ipswich, which is always good. But we will be playing Derby County today, and we are pleased to welcome back, as we said, well, for a while, injured Kelechi Iheanacho. He was in fine goal scoring form, and things kind of trailed off a little bit when he wasn't here, and also when Josh King wasn't here either. So then, the team for this one is going to be Kasper Schmeichel in goal, I think. I mean, Pryor has been, he's been okay. He's not been great. We're going to give Schmeichel a nod today. Charlie Taylor at left back, Mustafi and Soyuncu both now over a 7 in central defence, which is good. Pereira still here at right back, and Didi Chowdhury Pratt as well in midfield, looking good. Johnny on the left hand side, Balde on the right, and Iheanacho up top. When we took over the team, and indeed for the first few matches, the average ratings were really quite bad, but they have all started to creep up now, and yeah, with the exception of Schmeichel, everybody over a 7, which is good to see. So the higher up we finish, the better it is, I think, really, from a financial sort of perspective. That's all we've really got to play for now this season, especially now we're out of the FA Cup. Derby County here today, we know their threats. Tom Lawrence against his former club is one to look out for. They are having a fantastic end to the season, up in 3rd place under Chris Powell, which is fantastic. I'm going to say, I shouldn't really have said that. I don't expect them to win. I'm not sure we're going to win this game, but a good performance. Let's try and do it. One thing I've definitely noticed is that the King Power pitch is massive, absolutely absurdly large. I don't think it really helps our game particularly. So I think next year I'm going to put it down to a bit more of a standard size when I get a chance to talk to the groundsman. Anyway, this highlight is, well, it's the opening kickoff highlight, and it's going on for a long time, which usually means there'll be a goal. Xander Silva can't find the target, but it's a good chance. Lawrence with the corner in, knocked in by Glenn Kamara, blocked twice, and we managed to get it away. First chance for us, Iheanacho. Got to watch out for his fitness. We've definitely been having difficulties without him being fit, and it's a penalty. Someone's fouled someone in the box. Ricardo Pereira is going to take it. We've not had a penalty since I've been in charge, and he's not going to be taking the next one. If we do get another one, probably should have paused before that penalty was taken. Who's actually our best at penalties? Mikel San Jose, who is not even on the pitch, which is good. Pereira, I mean, that is absolutely dreadful. Why is he taking that? Why is the game chosen for him to take that? He's got 10 finishing. I mean, at least give it to Balde. Goodness me. Can we work another chance though? Iheanacho knocks it back to Pereira, looking to redeem himself, goes for the shot. Save though by David Button. Corner in from Johnny, looking for anyone's head. It's just another pointless corner, I think. And at half time it's 0-0, which is not too bad. I'm not going to say it was disappointing. Keep it up. I'm not impressed with the missed penalty, but it's not really Ricardo Pereira's fault. He's not very good at them, and really it's the game's fault for making him take it. Johnny with a corner in, straight to David Button, and that's probably not the actual highlight because that was not very interesting. Pereira's missed the tackle. Tom Lawrence is through. Schmeichel tips it round. I think we're going to have to take off Ricardo Pereira here. He's not really playing his best game. It does annoy me how basically if you have a player that misses a penalty, you might as well just take them off because they're just not going to do anything for the rest of the game with their morale apparently destroyed. Balde heads just wide from another Johnny corner. So many corners have happened in this game, and well, not really much else has. Alright, we might as well make a bit of a change. We'll take off Balde just to make sure that if we get another penalty, we definitely will miss it. Iheanacho better come off too, because I really cannot do with him getting tired. Taylor with a free kick. Charlie Taylor hits the post. It's been knocked in by Dennis Pratt. I thought he was going to be ruled offside for a second there. He has not. Charlie Taylor, not someone I really know for his free kick taking ability. I'm not sure. Maybe he is Burnley fans. I don't know. But it's paid off there. He hits it against the crossbar, and Dennis Pratt stays on side and cannot miss. We've got the lead with minutes to go here. Jack Marriott nearly with an equaliser. I mean, we've not really deserved this, I don't think, but we're going to potentially snatch victory against the team doing very well, flying high. Taylor feeds Johnny, who squeezes it in. Button's got a bit of an injury. Perhaps it showed for that goal. Didn't look like the most convincing goalkeeping. Johnny's not scored too many since he's been here. I think it's actually only 2, and one of them is actually for Lazio. I might be wrong. I think he might be 3, but that's another one. Whatever happens, pretty decent finish from him in the end, and we have somehow sneaked this one through and got the win. I mean, we did beat them 6-1 a few weeks ago, so you kind of You'd be disappointed if you didn't get anything there, but there we go. Not a great performance, but a good result, and it sees us up to 12th. 53 points though, there's a bit of a gap. Norwich have fallen off massively, by the way. They've sacked their manager. We could have stayed at Cambridge for a bit and gone there, but we've gone to Leicester, and I'm pretty happy with my decision, actually. I mean, it's not actually out of the question that we make it into the playoffs. I think the gap is a bit too big for all of these teams to fall off, and for us to also win all of our remaining fixtures, which I don't think is very likely, but you know, stranger things have happened. And after a run of about 12 games without a win, it's now 9 unbeaten in the league. In the league, obviously, we did get completely outclassed by Huddersfield in the cup. Right, we've had a bit accepted for this Paulo Feliciao. He's wanted by pretty much everybody good, and also Crystal Palace. I mean, he does look pretty decent, and for that price, it's not too bad. Give him pretty much anything he wants. I am a bit concerned about our wage bill. It's going to have to be cut for sure next year, so we'll take out stuff like that. He's happy with that. I'm happy with that. And if he's here next year as a sort of third choice striker, then I think he could do quite well for us. Right then, we're in inconsistent but still relatively good form. Can we keep it up against Yap Stam's Sheffield Wednesday? It's going to be difficult. They're a pretty well organised side, higher than us in the table, but I mean, well, it's a positive thing. It's a positive thing. A lot of our players now wanted Soyuncu, Ricardo Pereira, of course, Wilfred Ndidi. I think if we have all three of them at the end of the summer, I'll be shocked. I definitely want to keep Hamza Chowdhury though, as he is club trained. Team for this one then, no changes whatsoever. Let's see if we can get another good result on the board. Sheffield Wednesday matching our formation. It's going to be another test. I mean, I'm going to say that. Yeah, just keep. I expect you to keep winning. I don't, but you know, it seems to do the trick for some reason. Which seems to do the trick. Corner rim from Del Sol. Bruno Jordao, signed from Wolverhampton Wanderers, has knocked it in from the very first highlight of the game. So when I say it does the trick, what I mean is it doesn't do the trick. It doesn't do the trick at all. Easy finish from there. We're not very good with set piece defending. We need to work on that in training, I think. I think this is the kind of game where, you know, if we get a result, that's good, but it's not the end of the world if we don't. Iorfa fires it across the face of the goal. This is just about finishing the season, getting as high as we can, as much money as we can from all that sort of stuff, and then rebuilding in the summer. Next season is going to be the full-on push for promotion. And I think clearly the board are going to want us, maybe not to win the league, but they're going to want us to go up. Pretty disappointing performance today, to say the least, though. We probably should be playing the other system. I've not really thought about that, but I have been playing the other system for the most part away from home, and it's kind of maybe not won us the game, but it's certainly helped us. And Ricardo Pereira will not be helping us to win the game anymore. He is injured. We have got quite a few right backs though, so we'll bring on James Justin, who really needs a bit more game time anyway. But yeah, shame, because Pereira's, well, he's clearly our best performing player. Can we finally get an attack going though? In the 71st minute, we've offered nothing. They've offered not much, but they've got the lead. Keita Balde indeed offers something. Johnny on the left hand side flings the ball in. I mean, the assist has gone to Charlie Taylor. I mean, am I blind? There's Taylor. I'm sure he passes it to Johnny. Maybe it was just highlighting Johnny, because it's clearly Charlie Taylor. Puts the ball in. Flying leap from Keita Balde to knock in his 4th goal of the season and potentially rescue us a point here, which would be quite nice against a team we need to close the gap to if we have any playoff ambitions whatsoever. Right, we'll just freshen things up late on, avoid some injuries to Ndidi and to Johnny. I don't think it's going to make any difference. Either way, it is a 1-1 draw, which is, I think, not too bad. Well done, boys. I've said unlucky it wasn't our day, which that's not what I meant. I just clicked on the assistant manager one. So not too bad at all. Another point on the board. How long is Pereira out for? 3 to 4 weeks, so he's going to miss pretty much the rest of the season. He might be back for the last few games, but we've definitely steadied the ship. It's not been overall a good season by any means, but that's not really our fault. The damage was mostly done by Jamie Vardy before we got here, so I don't think we're going to be getting anywhere close to the playoffs, barring a massive collapse from quite a few teams. But I mean, if we can maybe sneak into the top half, that would not be too bad at all. So then, I think I'm just going to fly through the rest of the season, because we want to focus on next season. Let's get through the next season, then we can rebuild the squad, and then we can start afresh and just fully go for a title challenge without having this sort of deal with the the horrific opening. Well, the first month was fine, but the horrific sort of this part of the season under Mr. Vardy, which left us in a pretty impossible situation as far as promotion is concerned. We will be back then, unless something amazing happens and we end up in contention for the playoffs. We will come back for Nottingham Forest and probably Blackburn Rovers as well, the final 2 games of the season, and then we'll sort of wrap everything up, see how things have gone, and then we'll come back for season 4 with hopefully a brand new team. But there we are then. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe as well so you don't miss the next one, and I will see you next time.